Hey guys, it's Trey DeWitt and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe because I make videos every single Sunday and Wednesday and you don't want to miss out. First things first, before we get started, happy National Coming Out Day. I want to shout out to all my LGBTQ sisters and brothers out there. Let's continue to make history. Now on to the video. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been journaling since I was freshman year of college is when I started. And I've been loving it since. A lot of people don't really understand the purpose of journaling. I remember when I told my friends, they were like, Trey, what the hell? So I kind of want to answer some questions and give out some tips for those of you that want to start journaling. So without no further ado, let's get started. I want to first start off by talking about the stigma of journaling. A lot of people think that journaling is a diary, and really, no, it's not. Journaling is more than a diary. There are so many types of journals that you can create. There's a travel journal, which you can plan all your trips in. There's a school journal, where you can keep up with ongoing assignments, to-do lists, and everything like that. There's a project journal, for those of you that work and you have to work on a project. There's a diet journal. There's a therapy journal. There's a dream journal, gratitude journal, and last but not least, a family journal. And there's more out there, but those are like the common ones that I can think of. But the journal that I actually have is a self-reflection journal. And this self-reflection journal is something that I'm actually about to get into. But first, let's get into the most common question that I always get. Trey, why journal? So journaling actually helps out on fears, problems that you're facing, any concerns. You write all of those down and they say that that actually helps you out. I remember whenever I was starting off in college, I had a journal and I would write out all my fears that I had before going to college. It helped me so much because I was able to lay out all my thoughts on a journal and I can look back at it now and just like laugh at it because I've came a long ways. A journal is not only your problems, your fears and everything like that. It also keeps track with your symptoms on a day-to-day basis. But you can learn to trigger your thoughts and emotions all on one page. I find it so helpful for me if, like I said, if I'm going through a really tough time, to lay out all those thoughts and just lay them on a page. And I feel like after I'm done, it makes me feel like a weight has lifted off my shoulder. Maybe there's some like science behind it. I don't know. And it also provides opportunities to self-talk and get out all those negative feelings that you are facing. So if you're going to a situation, whether that be school, a job, a project, anything really, and you write down all those fears that you're facing, they say it will help you out trying to figure out how you can overcome those things. And last but not least, which you guys are gonna be shocked at, but they say that it can actually improve your memory. When I first heard this, I was like, wait, what? Like, how does it do that? Like, it's like every word you write down, you're gonna remember? I don't think it's like that. So let's get on to the next question. Trey, how do you journal? So that's what I was actually gonna get into. So I have a self-reflection journal. Like I said, this journal is basically my thoughts, my fears, my concerns, my happiness, everything that I'm self-reflecting on life in general. I write everything down on here. I have some other things in here. I also have my graduation card that my family gave me. I keep this just so that way I can look back at it and realize that that was a big change for me. I put this in here for good luck and stuff. So yeah, pretty much all of this is just all my thoughts.
Hit me one more time, bitch.
I'm sorry. One thing to do whenever you're journaling is not to overthink. Just literally take out a pen or a pencil and just write. Whenever you overthink, you start to kind of take away those thoughts and feelings, and it's kind of like you're overthinking and you're trying to like switch up how you feel. And that's not the purpose of journaling. Journaling is just getting rid of all those thoughts that you have immediately. Anything that's going on in your brain, write it down. I actually have a friend of mine who tells me that she actually curates her journal in a specific way. So she actually paint all the pages. She creates like the page, like she actually like put a lot of pictures. She put so much time in it. I remember I looked in some of her journals and it was amazing. It was pretty cool how much she actually put time in it. A lot of people do crazy things. I'm just a basic person, so I'm not artistic in a way, so yeah. Whenever you get to your page, what I do is I put the date and I put the title. The reason why I put the date is so that way if I'm ever looking back in my journal, I can see how long I wrote that piece. All right, so now let's get to some tips of journaling. Like I said, make sure you just write. Just make sure that you're writing nonstop and don't overthink it. I remember in English class, we would have to free write every time we went to class. And she taught us to never have our pens leave the page. So we always had to keep writing. And if we actually stopped, we would get in trouble. I love that she taught us that because I was able to incorporate that into my journal. Tip number 2, don't worry about the length of your stories. When I first started journaling my sophomore year, my fucking stories are this long, like no joke. I was literally like 2 sentences and I'm done. I'm able to now make my stories like a full page now. So what I'm saying is just write. Don't care about the length. Just write until you can't write no more, until your hands hurt. As long as you have words on the page, hey, That's what matters. Tip number 3, make sure you bring your notebook wherever you go. So just in case you are feeling those negative emotions or even happy emotions, you're able to take it out and just jot them down. Anytime I'm going to a coffee shop or even if I'm walking on campus, I make sure that I bring my notebook or my journal. That way I'm able to just keep it with me. So if I ever want to write in it, I have some free time. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, last but not least, tip number 4. Alright, so the last tip is pretty much just make sure you keep up with your journal and keep it where no one else can get into it. I make sure that I hide my journal just in case if, I don't know, people just come in my room. I don't want them to see what I'm putting down. But I know some people really don't care if people read their journal. I'm like the opposite. I don't really like when people look into my journal. That's something personal and that's something I just don't like to share. So I make sure that I hide it somewhere that no one else can see it. I mean, you don't have to necessarily go buy a lock for your journal. Trust me, I know some people that do that, but what I'm saying, just keep up with it and put it somewhere nice. Alrighty guys, that's pretty much it for this week's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe because I make videos every single Sunday and Wednesday and you don't want to miss out. And today's comment goes to Jacob Griffin. Thank you so much, dude, for commenting on my video. I definitely appreciate the support. If you want to be the next shout out commenter in my next video, all you have to do is just go in the comment box below, put anything you want, and I'll put you in my next video. So go do it. Let me know if you guys have any other questions on journaling and I'll send you some tips. All my social media links will be in the description box below, so make sure you check them out. Alrighty guys, that's pretty much it for this week's video. I love you guys and I'll see you on Wednesday on a brand new video. Bye guys.